Okay, so today I'm at Boundary Stables, part of Monkey Chop Farm in, where is it, Dorset?
Yeah, Dorset, yeah.
Dorset with Jack Instance.
Yeah.
Jack, thank you very much.
Thanks for coming up.
You're just starting out in the game,
Yeah.
a work rider and aspiring jockey. You've already ridden
Yeah.
you've ridden a winner.
Yeah, I've
point to
had
points.
3 rides and a winner.
Yeah, and you're working for Chris Barber.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with Chris?
Just over a month now, coming up to about 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Came here 10th of October.
Did you live here?
Yeah, I just live on site over on the other side of the yard.
Okay, and is your family a horsey family?
No, not really, not at all. The only thing I really know about horses before I started riding was just about the betting side through Dad, who loves a bet, and that's all I really knew about it, really.
You told me that when you were young, you used to have to drive you around the Lloyd's Bank.
Yeah, to look at the black horse on the sign there, yeah.
So I mean, what was it got you interested to that extent so early?
I was always watching it on telly because Dad was always watching and, you know, talking about racing, and I always watched it and thought it looked good, and I've always loved animals, and I started riding out at a stable and just always wanted to go faster and jump bigger, so I think it just sort of progressed into racing.
Yeah, I understand your family's been very supportive because you started a
definitely.
riding school from about 7 years old.
Yeah, about 7. I started going to a place called Old Mill Stables in Lelant, who gave me confidence when I couldn't do a rising trot. They taught me all the basics, you know, coming up to a fence, a stride in. They've helped me no end by giving me confidence and just, you know, giving me tips about how to, you know, just general horsemanship, I think.
Yeah, and you come from Camborne, which is
Yeah.
hardly the epicentre of horse racing, is
Yeah,
it?
no, bottom of Cornwall. Closest track would be Chubadunham, which is still about 30 minutes away. But, you know, I went there every meeting, Easter Monday, and I was lucky enough to have a ride there last season in the Cornish National.
So so when you became a teenager,
Yeah.
you were like all teenagers, and then you
Yeah.
decided to focus on becoming a jockey. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I think I was probably about 14 where then I started going to do show jumping in Launceston on the Devon and Cornwall border at St Leonard's, where I started jumping higher and got more experience with thoroughbreds before I came into racing. And again, they helped me no end through doing parts of cross country, so I was going a bit quicker again, and then just sort of progressed from there. And then Dad put a post up on Facebook asking if anyone would be able to help me get into racing, and I was lucky enough that a few people tagged Dean Summersby, who gave me a chance to ride out and also helped me more than I can say thank you for, because he gave me the chance to ride out every week and help me school, and then just gave me tips that helped me no end.
And you did work experience with Paul Nichols.
Yeah, I was 15 then, and that was for school. We got a week off school going into a workplace, and Dean contacted Mr. Nichols for me and helped me get in there, and I was there for a week and I loved every minute of it, and again just helped me experience all different yards and different sides of racing, and you know, just seeing different horses and riding every day.
So did you get to ride some of the Nichols' superstars?
I rode one horse every day called Rhythm as a Dancer, who went on to run in point to points.
Okay, so and also you've been with David Pipe, Pond House.
Yes, I was there. I went there every opportunity I got in the summer holidays and school holidays. I was originally going to go back to him this season after I went up to Newmarket Racing School, but the opportunity here came up, and I just thought this would be probably a better option to go for. As you know, it's pointing horses, and just I love point to point, and so it just made sense to sort of go into a pointing yard.
So up until this point then, your poor dad's been driving you everywhere, has he?
Yeah, everywhere. Dean's once a week, which is about an hour and a half. Roddy Green's every week, which is about 2.5 hours. And that was every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah, that was Camborne to Tiverton.
Yeah.
So Roddy Green features a lot when I speak to young people. You know, what does he teach you?
He taught me, you know, how to help how to help horses, how to be more stylish, how to sort of come together as a rider, and if I was lost or if I needed advice on something, I could always pick up the phone and give him a text or a ring, you know, send him videos and say, how does this look, and he would give me tips on what I need to look at. you're like, I'm going there later again today, so I can say things that have been worrying me or I think I need to improve on, and he would, you know, sit down and talk me through it, show me videos, and I think with everyone he's seen, he's helped massively, because it's the way he words things, sort of, you can't explain the way he does, and through his experience, through riding and everything, he gives you so much to look at and so much to take in.
So is it a one-to-one tuition with Roddy, or do you all get together as a group?
No, a few of us go down there. So sometimes, if you're lucky enough, it is one-on-one if no one else turns up, but most of the time there's a group of about 6 of us who go there, and we take it turns on the simulator, practice riding a finish, you know, practice changing our hands or changing the whip if something were to happen, and just go through different scenarios which could happen day to day on the gallops or during a race.
So when you first rode in your first race,
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose, you know, what was that like?
Well, I don't remember much, but I remember missing the start and getting told off quite massively by the trainer. But you know, it did surprise me how quick they went to start with, like, because obviously I'd done schooling at home and other places, but it always catches you out, I think, how fast you actually do go in your first ride, and it definitely caught me out. But the whole atmosphere I loved. You know, I loved seeing everyone and everyone supporting me, and it was a lovely day.
And you spent 6 weeks at
Yeah.
the British Racing School.
Yeah, that's
so where's that based?
Newmarket.
And how was that?
It was tough. I enjoyed my time there. Yeah, I did enjoy my time there. I got to ride some amazing horses who have been, you know, winners on the flat, winners over hurdles and fences. So the range of horses they have there is amazing.
Now I understand your last ride was a winner.
Yeah, at South Hill. Yeah, my third ride is at South Hill. That was an amazing day from start to finish. I woke up in a good mood for once, and I just always had a feeling, you know, in the weighing room getting changed, weighing out in the paddock, I always had a feeling that it might be today.
I think your dad had a feeling it might be today, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah.
And they tell me that you celebrated in true fashion.
Yeah, well, me and Dad had a bet between ourselves how big my celebration could be. So when I looked back and didn't see anyone, I thought I'll show him how big I can make it.
Was that one of those meetings that we live streamed?
I don't think it was, no.
Oh, that's a shame. So now you're with Chris Barber,
Yeah.
who is a top point-to-point trainer.
Yeah.
So for the foreseeable future, is point-to-point in the way you're looking for your career?
Yeah, definitely. I really don't want to rush anything. I'd like to spend as long as I can in the pointing fields, getting experience in, you know, just try and seeing how far I can take it pointing, and then if an opportunity came up to go under rules through, you know, being an amateur or whatever happens, I'd love to take it up, but I just don't want to rush anything yet.
So you see your career in racing, ultimately in racing, as a jockey, and then sort of carry on after?
Yeah, hopefully. See how it goes. And anything can happen, obviously, but see how it goes for the foreseeable future. And then down the line, I'd love to do something else in racing, whether it be helping other people or training a few or something like that.
So before that, how many winners are you going to ride?
As many as I can, hopefully.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you luck, Jack, and we look
Thank you
back
very
on this in a
much.
few years' time and say well done.